What's going on, guys? I'm Twitch with Save One More Life. What do you do if you need a tourniquet on yourself in a car? Everything is harder in this confined space, which is why I advocate that you train in confined spaces. But it also matters where we keep our equipment. Having a tourniquet up here on the visor makes it in your reach at all times. Having one on both visors puts it in reach of both passenger and driver. So if you needed that tourniquet, pulling it from here is very efficient. It's also less likely to fly all over the place if you get into a wreck. Or if you keep one in your pocket, you need to think about ahead of time where exactly you keep that. So right now, my left cargo pocket is the location for my tourniquet, and I can retrieve it. However, if my left arm was pinned for some reason, my door may be crushed in, is it possible to get to? Maybe not. That's why I advocate having them in more than one location. Now, if we acquired our tourniquet, we can't loop it reasonably around our foot, because I have to assume, if I've been in a motor vehicle accident, that the vehicle has been crushed in from somewhere, and a lot of the time it's from the front end, which means my feet may be trapped or pinned in some fashion. So I need to be capable of getting the tourniquet into a straight line like this. Then you've got to work it underneath of your body, and the Velcro likes to grab onto a cloth seat. So just keep in mind, you don't want it to get twisted as you do this. So take your time and practice. Come under your leg and do the best you can not to move that leg. Simulate it as realistically as you can. Next up, we have to assume we have things in our pockets, which I do. I've got a flashlight that would be a problem, so I've removed that. Remember, you can't put a tourniquet over top of items in your pocket. And now I'm gonna cinch it down as high and as tight as I can. Now again, I've got the problem of I have to make sure my Velcro strap goes as far around as I can get it, so it effectively holds tension when I tighten this windlass. Now from here, you're gonna twist and twist. And remember, you want it tighter than you think it should be. It has to hurt at least a little bit. And then, when you feel like you've tightened it appropriately, pull that time tab across so you don't accidentally bump the windlass and knock it loose. From here, you've just delayed your own death. You've hopefully saved your life. I also recommend having more than one in the vehicle, because there's no guarantee that either you're the only casualty or that you only have one injury spot. If you're in a vehicle crash where you take a serious front end collision, it's entirely possible and likely that both of your femurs can break. If that breaks, your femoral artery that runs beside it can get severed or cut in a little bit of a way. So both of these legs are actually at risk. So let's see what that looks like. Now we're gonna apply the second one to myself. I have even more of a problem though. Over here, I've got my cell phone, it's even bulkier. I've got a knife, even bulkier. That should be all I've got to worry about. Same thing, pull it out, straight line, work it underneath of my own leg. Do the best you can not to move that leg. Simulate it realistically. Remember, high and tight is what we want. Keep it as high as possible. Pull that strap tight. Feed it around as far as you can get it. Tighten the windlass. Tighter than you think it should be. It has to hurt at least a little. And there we go. Time tab across. Now, leave it on for a moment. Make sure that your leg starts to feel the sensation of going numb, because I, again, want to simulate this realistically. In real life, I won't be able to take my shoe off and be checking to see if I have a pulse down there in my feet. So give it a moment, make sure you did it right, and be honest with yourself in this training. To fight back against death and help save lives, maybe even your own, go to saveonemore.life.